Hey, what's up everybody, Mcwrathy here. Hey, I've decided to do a new sort of content on my channel. This is actually my main account. This is my main account named Mcwrathy. This is on North America, and I'm going to be doing sort of a silver to diamond sort of thing. Now, the reason it's not unranked to diamond or bronze to masters or something like that is that I'm actually legitimately a silver player. I don't play the game very often. I play in spurts for a couple of days every month or so, but I far more enjoy watching other people play. It's more of a spectator's game for me. I enjoy watching the LCS and some of the pros play, as well as just some other streamers and things like that, which is why you see a lot of streamers on my channel, some of my favorites. So this is actually my account. This is going to be me sort of climbing the ranks as best as I can as an actual silver player. Now, I've won quite a few games in the last couple of days. I have a feeling that my MMR is probably a little bit higher than the silver 4, I think, that my account was in at this time. But we're going to see what I can do and how it goes. Like I say, I have no idea what I'm going to climb to. I may only get to gold. I may only get to platinum. I really have no idea. But the main idea is to show my sort of journey from where I'm starting, which is pretty low rated. You know, silver 4 is where my account is at the time of this recording, onto wherever I get. And I'm hoping that the community as a whole can maybe come up with some suggestions, how I can improve. You know, we can have a conversation about champions, masteries, runes, all that kind of stuff to help my game, and then in turn also help other people's games. Some people I know are struggling a lot in these. You know, this is the ELO hell, as it were. You know, low rated with silver and bronze and even gold players. So hopefully this helps you guys move up in your rankings and shows you from the perspective of someone who's trying to do the same thing. I really like a lot of the sort of unranked to diamond and bronze to diamond or bronze to masters, bronze to challenger, whatnot. I like a lot of those videos. I think they're really cool. I think it's really neat watching some of the pros just face stomp in bronze and things. But I don't think it really gives an accurate description of what it's like to really try and learn, you know, how to rank up. The people that play those already have the skills to get into diamond or wherever their actual MMR is, and so it doesn't really take a lot of effort for them to get into those ranks. So here we go. We're gonna start this game off with an Evelynn. I love Evelynn. I used to love Shaco. I don't think he's maybe as good right now in the current meta as he could be. So I like Evelynn. I like the sort of element of surprise, and I feel like Evelynn works really, really well in low ratings. You know, people don't use pink wards as often as they should. People aren't really as situationally aware as I think they should be, and so I really enjoy playing some Evelynn. And sometimes you get lucky. You saw there I invaded the red. We have, in this game, it's a Riven jungle. I don't really know what to do with a Riven jungle. I've never seen one before. I don't really know what a Riven jungle would do. I didn't know if it would be strong or not. I know that Riven is an extremely good 1v1 champion early game, and so you know, it was kind of a risk going into Invader, but I feel like it's worth trying and doing the sort of normal strats that I would. I don't feel like Riven is a terribly good jungler. She's obviously not seen a whole lot in the jungle, so we're gonna see what happens in this game. I did not record this game live. I'm using LOL replay, obviously, to show you this replay. I will be doing some more live games and commentary if you guys are interested, but I just sort of thought of this series as sort of an afterthought to the last few games that I've played. So I'm going back, I'm going to watch a few of those, I'll commentate over top of the recording from replay.gg, and then maybe in the future as I play games, I'll record them and commentate at the same time. Provided that it doesn't completely screw up my game. As I said before, I am not a Masters or a Diamond or a Challenger player. I'm really legitimately a Silver player, and I just want to get better. So let's watch the rest of this game, and let's see how it goes. You can see I'm looking at my map a lot. I'm trying to find a place to gank. Obviously, as an Evelynn, I want to gank 24/7. But you can see, obviously, here, Gangplank is way pushed up, pushed back to his tower. You can see Morgana is way pushed back to her tower. There's no possibility of ganking top or mid, which is really the best lanes I find to gank as an Evelynn. in the early game, as a 2v1 is a lot better than a 3v2. Bottom, however, is also pushed up. They just lost first blood. They sort of traded back and forth there, which is fine. But bottom was pushed, so I can't really gank, which sucks. It sort of sucks that players on my team here don't really give me very good opportunities to gank. But that's okay. That's how it goes. And obviously, as an Evelynn, I can still farm quite proficiently without needing to gank. I probably should have invaded the Riven a lot more, but honestly, I was just scared that she would be more powerful in a 1v1 situation in her jungle with possible backup of, you know, her 2 lanes that are pushed in, her top and her mid lane are pushed in really far. They'd be really quick to respond if they were paying attention to an invade. So I didn't invade the jungle as much as I probably should have, but that was more just me being safe than being afraid or anything like that. Obviously, I'll be looking for the quick runic echoes. You can see I have the blue smite right now. I kind of want to stick to people. You know, they have a blitz with a run speed bonus. They have the gangplank with his W, which will remove slows and all that kind of stuff. It can remove the slow off of my ultimate. A Morgana that can bind and all that kind of stuff. So I've taken the blue smite just so I can sort of catch up to people. And make sure that I can stick on them. Kog'Maw as well can be quite fast. I think some Kog'Maws I've seen build swiftness boots and things like that and just try and kite you around. So I've taken the blue smite to try and negate some of their runny awayness. So you can see, even though I haven't ganked at all, and I've just been farming, Evelynn still farms quite well in the jungle. You know, I'm keeping up to my solo laners. You can see I'm keeping up with the Riven, who's level 5. Keeping up with our AD carry, who's level 5. So, you know, she's not bad to just sit back and farm. If you don't have the opportunity to gank, don't feel like you have to press the issue. You're obviously extremely squishy in the early game as Evelynn. And especially if you're trying to dive a tower or something like that. I find that I see a lot of... Okay, so I see a lot of streamers do it. You know, Nightblue might go in and dive level 3 with the Rek'Sai or whatever. And that's totally acceptable. You know, he might be playing with Diamond players or with Challenger players or whatever. They actually know what to do and how to respond to their jungler diving. I don't feel like I really have that. So here we're going to invade the red again. I know it's up. Now, I didn't know it at the time, but there's a ward here. And even though I'm in the bushes, she can still see me, so she's ready. I get my burst off her, but she manages to stun me, and her shield is just so overpowered. Now, I'm just trying to Q and run away, but I see that she's closing in on me with the red buff there. I didn't manage to get the red buff. I didn't have smite available, which was, you know, stupid running in there trying to invade without smite. But I figured I'd have the burst to kill her. Especially since she was fairly low, but didn't work out that way. I used my flash to get out, and as you can see, the Syndra didn't. Sorry, not the Syndra. The Morgana didn't follow up that well. Didn't manage to catch me, and so I got away okay. So that's okay. And now I think she's going to have good job, Sandra. So I'm looking for that level 6. My jungle is respawned now since I went for that gank and wasted some time there. So we're going to go back and try and get our level 6 and then look for a big gank at level 6. You can see all the lanes are still pretty pushed in. Lyssandra's pushing. Obviously, Morgana just died, so that makes sense. Garen has been manhandling this gangplank up top, just pushing him into his tower nonstop. Gangplank would be very difficult to tower dive anyway. You know, his ultimate will slow you underneath the tower. He's got his W for an escape and a heal and things like that. So really, I didn't really think it was worth diving him. Now, if we had a silence on him and he was half health or something, if Garen had his ultimate and things like that, it might be worthwhile. But I'm just, you know, it's just not worth it. I'd rather just farm. You know, the potential kill that we might get on Gangplank is not really worth, I think, the farm that I can do with a full jungle out. So I'm just going to go through my whole jungle here and do my best to farm as much as I can. I saw the gank there in mid. I knew that Lissandra was getting away, so I didn't bother going in there. Again, just go back, farm, farm, farm. Make sure that you're getting those levels, get your items and things like that. I almost have my runic echoes now with the blue smite. I need probably a few hundred more, and I can go back and get that. So just farm it up. You'll see bottom yo-yos a lot, actually. They push and pull and things like that quite a bit. I never seem to be bottom in time for a gank in the early game, though. Every time I'm bottom, they're pushed up, and every time I'm up top, they get pushed back to their tower. So now would be a great time to gank, except I'm top, because that's the way my jungle path was. So there's not much I can do about that. I just gotta hope that they don't die, basically. Or they don't die much. Kog'Maw already has 2 kills, 1 death. So he's, he's getting a little bit strong. I don't really want to deal with that. So I got to be careful about ganking bot as it is. But there we go. Runic Echoes is finished. I do have the jungle pod, I guess. I don't remember what it's called. I can probably look at it, actually. Yes, oh, no, it doesn't show up. Doesn't show up when I do this. Anyway, the jungle pot where I get a new charge of the flask every time I kill a large jungle camp monster, which is really, really handy. Now I see something with my smite. That was really handy. In fact, if I put a ward there, I see 2 people. Now, they're pretty high health, but I know I got the jump on them. I know I can avoid the Blitzcrank hook. And there you go. Quick double kill. Those guys were not expecting it. I don't really know what they expected to do there. I'm not sure why they came right around, but whatever. I'm okay with it. Double kill for me. It's a shame that my laners didn't come in there and weren't able to get much of an assist, but that's okay. They're still dead. I couldn't really wait for them. You don't really want to get silenced and then hooked and then, knocked up in the air and all that kind of stuff. It wouldn't really have been worth it. So just kill them as fast as you can. You can see the Evelynn burst is really, really good, especially if they're sitting in a nice line like that. I was able to just destroy them very, very quickly while still moving. My Q I can use while I'm running away, as you saw there, to avoid the Blitzcrank hooks. So that was really handy, and luckily he didn't anticipate that and hooked me straight, which I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm going to try and go in for a Morgana. The stun came in a little bit early, the flash, and we got the ignite down in the ultimate, so Lissandra once again taking care of Morgana. That was really good. Lissandra did a really good job this game. Really held her own. I didn't have to gank mid a whole bunch. Obviously, she's pushed Morgana up into her tower most of the game, so she's had control of her lane, and that's been really, really handy. So I'm just going to take the Scuttle Crab here, and I see a blue ward right on top of our pink. I guess he must have warded that from up on the high ground there, which means he couldn't have taken out the pink, which gives me some free money. Love it. I'll take it. I'm all over it. Once again, I'm top, and bottom is pushed up to the tower. Can't gank them right now. I would have liked to maybe paid more attention to bottom and come there more often. But as you can see, even if I was there right now, Quinn is there because Quinn can move fast with her ultimate. But Soraka is not quite there yet. It takes her a while to get there. I would have liked to put more pressure bottom lane, but honestly, the time that it would take to stay bottom lane and babysit them, would mean that I wouldn't get a whole lot of farm, and then I would have to spend a lot of time invading the jungle to get some farm down bottom, which, like I said, I was kind of scared to do with Riven, because I know that her burst is really good, and especially with her ultimate, I was a little bit worried about that. So once again, as I start to head bottom, they start to push forward again, so it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get a good gank off. But I'm going to sit in River. I did see Riven mid a second ago, so I thought maybe she would be coming for a gank. I just wanted to sort of stop that, make sure that she didn't come. And I'm waiting. There's a ward there. I'm waiting for them to kill the ward. Maybe I can get something bot. But again, I come bot and I wait, and I'm just wasting time. So go farm. Farm. Get your items, and don't worry about it. My dog agrees. think I'm going to take this blue. Oh, no, I'm going to give this to Lysandra. That's right. She came for it. I didn't ping or anything, but she was watching and paying attention, unfortunately, for me. I would have liked to keep it because I'm greedy. But Lysandra's doing really, really well, and so I think that's a good investment to give her the blue. That's fine. I will admit I was trying to sneak it off from her and just take it, but she's too good for that and too sneaky, so she took it, and that's fine. So I want swiftness boots. I want to be able to catch up to them, like I said before. That's why I have the blue smite. I want to be able to catch up to that Riven if she's running away. I want to be able to catch that Kog'Maw if he's got his W on and he's kiting me around, all that kind of stuff. So swiftness boots, I really like them. I guess they were nerfed a little while ago, but they're still really good, and especially on Evelynn, where you get to run around unimpeded quite a bit in the map. You know, people can't see you unless they have pink wards and such. And like I said, in bronze, silver rating, people don't use pink wards a whole lot, so you generally are not seen very often. So I can see my jungle is mostly populated again. Go through and farm, farm, farm. You can see Gangplank is not top right now. He's not even there. I know that Garen's going to push this in since his wave clear is so good, and there's no point waiting top to try and get a gank. Lysandra has now killed the tower and is chasing Riven around. Not sure if she's going to get the kill or not, but again, not really worth me trying to get there just to help her out. She'll be fine if she can kill him. Farm, farm, farm. Get all the things that I can. One thing I'll say you saw it right there, a smite. So I know that Riven's not invading me. Riven hasn't been in my jungle at all, except for that once. But I really like that smite on the wolf there, because like you saw, a while ago, that smite told us that somebody was in that bushes in the bottom when I got that double kill. So even though you feel like it's not maybe the best thing to do, sometimes it works out, and I really like that wolf smite. Even if I feel like nothing's going to happen, whatever, you got to use your smite. It helps you get some, faster clear on the jungle and things like that. The difference between the Gromp smite and not is really not that big a deal. So here we're going to go here on the Blitzcrank. We thought he was going to really just fight our support. Surprise, surprise, it wasn't just the support. I'm always there. I like to be there for those kind of things. And then we're going to go for the dragon. I want Soraka to come and help me. I always like to pull the dragon out, especially when I'm red side here. I don't want somebody jumping over the wall and smiting like a Riven can do, or a Blitzcrank hook or any of that kind of crap. So I always try to pull it out. I will say, sometimes my teammates do not understand. Even though I'm pinging the middle of the river and trying to pull it back, you'll get the Malphite who just runs in and starts rocking his face and stuff. Well, that's fine. If your jungler is standing in the middle of the river and you're fighting dragon, the jungler probably wants you to pull it back. So move it back. Pay attention. Soraka getting kind of low here. I don't know what she's doing trying to fight the Kog'Maw by herself. She didn't get any wards up or anything. But I see him. I know that he's probably a pretty easy kill for me. So go in and take him down. His little, I like that Kog'Maw little death animation. That little dude. He didn't get the kill on Soraka, luckily. But I think if Soraka had stayed around, he might have done enough damage to kill her. Oh yeah, there we see the Blitzcrank again trying to come in, but nope, not having any of that. I wish this Soraka would just go back. I don't know what she's doing, healing me for 10 hit points when it costs her half her current hit points to do that. Stop it. Go back, Soraka. What are you doing? I don't want to sit here babysitting you. But again, I don't know, man. Silver plays. Here she comes again. Oh, because Blitzcrank's coming. Right. I actually think Blitzcrank's going to run in and get her. She stood in that bush waiting. I don't know why. Maybe she thought I was coming in. I didn't really want to screw with him. I just wanted her to go back. But again, that's okay. Whatever. Possible free kill for me. I know that Quinn is coming. I'm going to try and let Quinn get it, but obviously I was too greedy, and I didn't, and I stole it again. Oops. That's all right. I'm 5-0. I'm going back to the farming game. I can see Riven's top, which is fine. I don't need to worry about Dragon right now. So just go back to farming. Farming. You can see that I'm probably going for the Hextech Gunblade this game. Again, another nice... a nice item for when you want to do a lot of burst damage, especially to someone like Riven. Wait till her shield's down, put your whole kit onto her at once, and she's going to die for sure, no matter what. So, yeah, Hextech Gunblade. I think, I'm not even sure if I end up being able to make it. The game ends pretty quickly here. But that's what I would have gone for, the Hextech. I also sometimes actually like to take just pure AP and not sort of a hybrid thing. But I find that the hybrids on Eve help you clear a little bit faster. They help you take towers because they give you some attack damage and things like that. So I do like the hybrid builds, getting things like Blade of the Rune King, as well as, you know, Runic Echoes and things like that. Obviously, it makes your damage mixed as well, so somebody who's itemizing against mostly AD or mostly magic resistance, they can't really, you know, you're still going to get some damage in, and it's not going to be a huge deal. So I can see Lissandra's here pinging for her blue. That's fine. I'm probably going to let her have it. I'm going to, wait here and get it down low for her and let her come in and take it. Lucky her. She's doing really, really well, so that's all right. Give her the blue. Whatever. I can see that there's going to be a fight here bottom in a minute. I want to get the Scuttle Crab because I like money. But they collapse on my team. Luckily for me, they're all grouped up. Hey, I'm really good at that. I can kill everybody who's grouped up. So that's pretty much the end of that. They don't really get a second chance for that game.
Unstoppable.
I'm gonna try and take this tower. Objectives are really important. It's kind of silly how often I see bronze and silver players. And again, I'm bronze and silver. I get that. But because I watch so much replays, because I watch so many VODs and watch a lot of pros, I find it really funny when players will just, you know, players in the bot lane will see somebody top lane that they think they can kill, and they'll run all the way from bot lane to top lane instead of just taking a tower or something like that. It's silly. But anyway, there we go. There's a victory. 6-0 for me. Not bad. A pretty good game. I ended up getting my Gunblade, and that's it. So I think at this point I was Silver 4, and I'll show you some more games on my way. I'm now Silver 3, so I think I'll show you one of the promos for that. All right, guys, take it easy. Mcwrathy out, and I'll catch you next time.